Hello, guys. Hi. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Just wanted to come on and talk a little bit more. Yesterday, I was talking about how we have the ability to attract things in our life and simple things that we could do. Well, today, what I really want to talk about is it's not over until. So, we all have the ability to get what we want. And the thing about it is, and let me just retract real quick. If you're watching me live, type live in the comments, hey. And if you're watching the replay, type replay in the comments. But we all have the ability to track whatever the heck we want in life. And a lot of us attract what we don't want because what we don't want is what we're focused on, right? So it's really a simple formula about there's no discrimination about getting what we want, what we don't, because really and honestly, what we are focusing on, what we saying we don't want, it's kind of like our mind saying we really want it. So that's why we keep on getting more of what we don't want. So if you're limiting yourself or if you're telling yourself that you can't have certain things, you're telling your mind like, oh, this is what I really want. So you're not going to get creative to create the circumstances of really getting what you want. Hey, everybody that's coming on this live, type where you're watching from. But thank you for watching me live. So we're really telling ourselves that we want these things, even though it's something that we saying we don't want, but we limit ourselves for the creativity and we're limiting the capability of being creative to go out and get exactly what we need. So when you don't have that creativity and you don't feel that you're capable or worthy of attracting certain things, you quit on yourself, and that's why you go further and further backwards instead of elevating further and further towards what you want. It's like a science to it. I don't know how. I'm not into physics and all this other stuff, but that's the way it is. So the whole thing is how you have that paradigm shift. How do you start believing in yourselves? A lot of us tell ourselves that we believe ourselves, but then when it comes time to take action, our actions speak otherwise. So if I tell myself that I'm gonna tackle the world, I'm gonna create this huge organization, I'm gonna, become this multimillionaire, and then my actions prove otherwise, that I'm insecure. I don't have the confidence to talk to people. I'm not confident to believe in myself. I'm doing the total opposite of what I'm saying that I want, and that's why I'm not gonna hit what my goals. And this is why I like to listen to the audios, because there are audios and there's people that started off journeys like you. Everybody started off journeys. And hey, Brandy, everybody has a journey. Everybody has the ability, like I said, to attract what they want. It's just about you having that deep belief in yourself and confidence. You have to be confident and you have to take action. Now, like I said, the reason why a lot of us don't do the action, our actions don't align with what we're thinking because we don't have the confidence within ourselves. We feel like we could tackle on the world when we're around others, but when you're by yourself, when you're supposed to be doing an activity on your own, you limit yourself because technically it's like your subconscious mind is believing that you can't do it, and you feed into what your subconscious programming is. That's why paradigm shifts is really huge. You have to have that paradigm shift and you have to trick your mind and be in alignment with what you're saying. If you're telling yourself that you're going to tackle on the world, if you're going to, go and get uncomfortable, start doing it. Don't be afraid of that failure, because the more that you do it, the more that the muscle grow. When you start working out on the first day, you get sore, and then the second day you just feel like your legs, like you can't even like you feel like a little robot, like your legs are sore. You feel like you can't barely move, but you have to push through the activity, and the more and more you do it, the muscle starts getting stronger, and the stronger that you get, that's how you start developing that muscle. So this is the way that you start developing new skills or fears that you have. You develop it because in the beginning, you may be scared to talk to people, but you do it anyway. And then you start getting a little bit better. You know that you made a couple of mistakes, but it's okay because failing forward is good. Then you keep on going a little bit further and doing a little bit longer, and you get a little bit more confident in order to do it. And this is why I say that you should not, it's not over. Hey, Mika, it's not over until. And that end statement is different for everybody, but I like the Les Brown. It's not over until I win, because we have the ability to do it. It's just that we are the ones that hold ourselves back from doing it. So change the thought process, and then you will change your actions. And then when you change your actions, your belief goes up to like 100. But if you don't change, you're going to do the total opposite and attract everything to God's great earth of what you don't want. And that's the last thing that I want a person to do. If I'm telling myself that I want to purchase a house, for instance, and let's say my credit is in shambles. Like I feel like I'm drowning in debt and I don't know what to do to actually change it. Thanks for the hearts. If I feel like I don't know what to do to change it and I keep on like focusing on like, man, I'm in debt, I don't know what to do, I'm depressed because I got all these people calling my phone every minute, they put me into depression. You seeing the emails of your payments that you missed, or you seeing the totals of the debt, and you feel like you don't know how to get on out of it. You're focusing on what you don't want, except for doing research, looking at how you could chop away at that debt little by little. Hey Cheryl, hey, happy Tuesday. If you don't focus on and being resourceful and doing the research on how to chop away at that debt, then you're never going to get out of that bind that you're in. And that's the way you're focused on what you don't want. But if you start flipping it, be resourceful and start chucking away at it little by little, getting around people that can tell you how to actually decrease those numbers. Within 18 to 24 months, you could chop away at that debt, and then you could start saving, become cash flow positive, and get that dream house that you want. But like I said, everybody just it's certain things that you need to focus on, and you have to do it in the opposite way, because we're doing it on a daily basis. We don't know it, but I feel like a lot of us is doing it in the wrong way. And the last thing that I have to say is you have to write down, and I say this on everything a lot, write down your goals, write down what you want, write down what you expect to attract, because we get what we expect out of life. We get what we expect. And that's the crazy thing. And a lot of us is expecting very little of ourselves, by the way. Don't expect little of yourself. You need to expect the utmost, like you deserve it all. We all deserve it all. If somebody else could accomplish certain things, why can't you have it? But a lot of us just like to watch other people's lives. Hey guys, don't watch other people's lives. Go out and create your own dream. A lot of us like to take a look in other people's lives and believe that I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough to have it. Like, remember, it's not over until. And I see Brandy put, it's not over until I win. So it's not over until I achieve X, Y, and Z. And once you achieve X, Y, and Z, write down the next thing that you want to attract. Hey, Jennifer. Yes, write down the next thing that you want to attract, because we can have it all. We can have it all, or we can have what we tell ourselves that we can't have. If I'm telling myself that I can't, I'm putting limitations on myself, or I'm telling myself that I can't have or attract certain things, I'm going to keep on being in that bind to where I can't attract certain things. So remember, we have the ability to get what we want. And if you want something, just always remember this statement. If it is to be, it is up to me. It is not up to nobody else to do it for you. There's certain factors where you could put yourself in certain environments and create certain circumstances for you to get around people that will expand your belief. But remember, we are the ultimate ones that could create our futures. And remember, don't focus on yesterday. It's today that we need to focus on. And the thing that I have to say is, it's fine. If you grew up in poverty, if you grew up in a certain situation to where you feel like, you grew up in a rut, you learned bad habits, you felt like you couldn't elevate to a new level, that's fine. It's not your fault that you grew up that way. But it's your fault if you die that way. Exactly. It's your fault if you stay that way. Because In this day with an age of the internet, there is so much out there. There are seminars that are free. There is so much research that we could do. And if we pay attention to the research, and if we go to these free seminars, if we go and learn little by little, even if you have to go to the daggone thing like 40 something times, do it until you learn, because repetition is the mother of all skill, and the things that we do over and over on a consistent basis, we get better at. So, within me ending this live, I just said a mouthful of what we could attract. And always remember, if it's to be, it is up to me. Claim it. You can have it all. Put it in front of your face. Put it up on your mirrors. Put it up on your walls. What you want. And it may feel out of reach at the moment, but remember what I said. In the beginning, when you're exercising, when you want to develop a muscle, it is hard to develop a muscle. But if you keep on hacking at it, working over and over to expand and grow that muscle and become mentally strong, to become physically, mentally strong, you could do it and have it all. So don't put limits on yourself. Stop today. Write down what you want. Write down something that you feel like is almost unobtainable at the moment, and create that belief system that you could do it, and watch how you're going to attract it in your life. All right? That's the task that I'm telling you. Write it down, because you know what? If you work at it, you can have it. And remember, it's not over until you win. So have an amazing, blessed Tuesday.